Hey everyone, this is Yash. Behind the camera is Yeshu. In this video, we are exploring one of the hidden gems of cyclates, Milos. The Cyclades is a group of Greek islands located in the southern part of the Aegean Sea. The Cyclades consist approximately 220 islands. Not all of them are inhabited. The most famous and visited ones are Santorini, Milos, Paros, and Mykonos, and few others. Milos has a diverse landscape which offers some spectacular beaches in the Cyclades.
Some of the main highlights of the Cyclades architecture includes narrow alleyways, whitewashed churches, whitewashed buildings, and then cubic structured on top of the churches. All these are not just visually striking but also have been developed to withstand this challenging Mediterranean climate.
Another day in Athens began with an early rise as we checked out of our Airbnb stay and headed to the airport. Metro Line 3 connects to the airport from the city center. The journey time is approximately 40 minutes. There are trains every 30 minutes and one-way ticket costs about 9 euros. Metro connectivity from the city center is quite good, and I think this was one of the reasonable options to choose as well. Fun fact is, from Athens city center to the airport takes you about 40 minutes, but it's just 40 minutes for you to travel from Athens to Milos as well. Flight was cheaper over ferry when I compared rates to Milos. This flight journey was very special as it could only carry 50 passengers. Milos airport as well is quite small. You can see we are literally walking down from the flight to the airport. After we collected the luggage at the airport, we took a taxi to the apartment we stayed in Milos. We quickly checked into our apartment and headed to rent a vehicle to roam around Milos. Our apartment was in walkable distance from these rental companies.
The first option is to rent a scooter or an ATV or rent a car. So these three options are the ones that are available for tourists here, and there are a lot of companies which offers. Our first option was to rent a scooter, but unfortunately with Indian driving license we couldn't rent a scooter, so we needed an extra international driving license for it. Then since Yash had a UK driving license for car now, our option was to go to rent a car. And then yes, it did work, and we rented a car for 3 days which costed us about 120 euros, so it's 40 euros per day when you rent a mini car. Our process of renting a car was quite quick, and then within few minutes they handed over the car after few checks of seeing the condition of the car. If you need a recommendation, do let us know in the comment section and we'll give you the details.
Our first stop in Milos is Polonia, which is a seaside village. It has a cute little church. It is an hidden gem, and do let us know if you are interested to visit. We will drop the coordinates. We explored this village for about an hour, and then we headed to a nearby restaurant. If you need a recommendation on the nearby restaurant, do let us know. We had an amazing view from that restaurant and we had an amazing lunch as well.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing.
Our next stop was a tiny little fishing village called Mandrakia. Mandrakia is often overlooked by another fishing village which is called as Klima.
After spending an afternoon at Polonia, we then headed towards another small fishing village called Mandrakia. Mandrakia has no beaches, excluding a small stripe of pebbles and rocks next to the port. But there's a very nice tavern by the sea where you can taste fresh seafood and where the octopuses dry in the sun right behind your table. While we were walking at the port, we came across these bunch of small fishes underwater. These islands in Greece can get too windy at any time of the day, so be prepared for the change in weather.
Wasted money on cures. Forgot how to fix myself. They say that time is free. Then why is it so precious? Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. Time is running out. Time is running out.
We did spend a couple of hours at this fishing village, admiring these beautiful boat garages called Sirmata. While we were spending some time here, we were also lucky enough to witness one of the Greek wedding that took place in this tiny church at the port in this golden hour.
Mandrakia is worth a visit if you are in Milos for a couple of days.
You cannot witness sunset from Mandrakia, hence we headed back to Adamanta's port and spent a leisurely evening there watching the sunset.
Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls.
After spending some time at the port, we then headed to a nearby restaurant where we finished off with our dinner and ended our day one in Milos.